stop emotional eating when you get rid of this belief. If you've tried every diet, you've told yourself, I should know better, and you keep failing and going through the same cycles of emotional eating and overeating, I promise you, it's not about willpower. There's one belief that keeps you stuck, and once you learn how to drop it, everything changes. Hi, I'm Kim Hines, your emotional eating coach and host of the Emotional Eats podcast. I help midlife women stop emotional eating and finally feel in control with food and break free from the diet cycle and feel better in their bodies. Before we go any further, make sure to grab my free tapping video that teaches you how to use EFT tapping to stop emotional eating. The link is at the top of the description. It's just a simple, powerful tool that helps you calm cravings in just a few minutes when emotions feel really overwhelming. Now let's talk about the belief that is secretly controlling your emotional eating, but also what you can do about it. The belief is, I should be able to do this on my own. You truly believe that you should be able to do it on your own, and that is diet culture. You say to yourself, why can't I figure this out? Other women do. I should have more willpower. I've read all the books. I've done all the diets. I know what to eat, but I just can't stop. What does this belief create for you? It creates shame and guilt every time you slip. It creates isolation because then you start hiding your eating habits and you're not asking anyone for help. And it's a diet trap, going back to old programs that never ever worked long term, or you wouldn't keep trying them over and over again. So here's an example. On a really stressful day, instead of reaching out for support, calling a friend, resting, or walking, you think, I should be stronger than this. But that thought piles on shame, and shame always drives you straight to the food. So the belief keeps the cycle alive, not the food itself. It's not about the food. Why is the belief that you should be able to figure this out on your own so damaging to you? First of all, emotional eating isn't about knowing what to eat because you know that already. It's about emotions, hormones, and your nervous system. When you think you should do it alone, you disconnect from other people and from support. You disconnect from your own compassion, and you forget about the tools that actually help. You start living a double life, looking like you have it all together on the outside, but struggling in secret with food at night. And because that belief tells you you should be able to stop, every single slip feels like a failure, which triggers even more eating. It's a loop that keeps you spinning until you actually change the belief, because remember, it is not about the food, it is about the belief. So let's talk about how you can break free from emotional eating when you have this belief. Step one is to reframe it. Instead of saying, I should be able to do this on my own, give yourself the support. I deserve support. Healing is a skill, not a solo project, and healing is never linear. Needing help doesn't mean you're weak, it means you're human. Actually asking for help is strength. Step two is catch the thought in real time. When you hear yourself say, I should know better, or what's wrong with you, ask yourself, what do I really need right now? Do I need rest, connection, a break? Not necessarily food, but you might need something else. Step three, use a regulation tool. Try a short EFT tapping round, like the video that I'm giving you for free that's in the top of the description, or take 3 deep breaths, or jot down a journal note before you head to the pantry. Taking that pause, even just for 60 seconds, can help you make a different decision and find out what you really need. When you take that pause, it breaks the autopilot that tells your brain, I'm safe, I don't need food to fix this. Because our bodies really want to feel safe when we are stressed or tired or we need some kind of support. So we reach for food because that always makes us feel safe. So you can break that cycle. The fourth step is to build support. Emotional eating thrives in secrecy and healing thrives in community. So whether it's a coach like me or a trusted friend or a supportive group like our Emotional Eats community, give yourself permission to be seen in this struggle. Find someone who you trust that you can share your struggles with, and give yourself encouragement. If you've been in the emotional eating cycle for years, it's not because you're broken. It's not because you're lazy. It's because you've been carrying the weight of this belief that you should be doing it all alone. It feels shameful to have this cycle, so we keep it secret, but then we don't get any support around it. The truth is, you were never meant to do this alone. Once you drop this belief, you can begin to see food differently. You can see yourself differently and give yourself the compassion you've needed all along. So here's your next step. Go to the top of the video and grab that tapping video for free. And if you're ready for more coaching, tools, and a supportive community of women who are walking the same journey, join my Emotional Eats community. The link is in the description, and that is where we break the shame, build new patterns, and we finally feel free from food. Make sure to like this video, subscribe, and hit the bell so you never miss an episode, and share in the comments. Does this belief show up for you? I'd love to hear your story.